Okay guys, we're here at the job. So parked over here. What we got here is water. Whether it's when they run their washing machine, I don't know. We have him running his washing machine. He's doing a rinse cycle, and when it fills up with water, he's going to hit cancel. But there's water. You showed you the pictures yesterday, right in here. But if you look, the wall doesn't look bad at all, like it's been leaking in the wall, where moisture comes down and leaks out of here. This is all dry down here. See? So it's probably maybe something externally out here. What this is for, it's not for a laundry. Laundry's in the house. This is a PVC. And if you come over here, whenever you see a main coming with a split in it like this, that means there was probably a water softener here. I'm almost sure that 100% there was a water softener here. But when you plumb out the water softener, rather than hard pipe it in, people put this in case they want to reverse it. You know, it's easy to reverse. You don't have to call a plumber. You can just buy your water softener, undo this, and you know what I mean, and do your thing. So with that being said, this is your PVC. So this is a discharge right here. So whenever the water softener would discharge, that probably went down to here like that. So it goes all the way over down to where Vinny is and into there. So what we're going to do is, it's not needed right now, and we're not going to do any damage to it. We're just going to cut the PVC back so we can pour water into this, and then they can always put a coupling and put a new elbow there if they ever want to put it back. So we're going to get that done. Okay guys, we cut this piece off here, and whatever's in this line is dripping. That's just whatever's been in that line. With that being said, he's going upstairs again, flushing the toilet, running the sink, running the washer. When he dumped the washer, we could hear the water going down in there. And I see this crack. You see this crack in the foundation, guys, right there? That could be, you know, because the pipe's going down there. And if you have a structural crack there, also, if there's a coupling or the ABS is going down in there, because of that crack, sometimes the pipe will crack too, right here, and then it could be leaking right from that crack right there. So, with that being said, okay, now I can hear the water running through it, guys. He just dumped the toilet, it sounds like. All right, guys, yeah, he's running more water. So anyway, we're just gonna wait and see what happens, and let him run all his water, and we'll let you know what we find out. But that crack, you know, that pipe is going straight down where that crack is, so there could be a crack in that pipe if the foundation moved. That cement could put pressure on that ABS pipe and cause a hairline crack in it, and it leaks from the cement. We'll see. Okay, guys, I think I know what happened. Vinny just pulled some toilet paper out of there. It was like when we had the PVC here, and when he cut it and pulled it, you can see right here the toilet paper all built up right there. And that's what he pulled out. I bet you anything, this backed up, came up, water, because he did say he saw some moisture on the trap. Water came down, come up, overflowed onto the floor. Mainly because it hasn't been used for like 3 or 4 months, and they could have just been a little bit slow. But there's the toilet paper. So I think what happened was, because you have this clean out here, water went down. It might have been a little slow from non-use. Came up the trap. There's the toilet paper onto the floor. That's probably what happened. We might go ahead and I don't know if we should cap that off or just leave it. We're going to decide here. That's what it is. It backed up. There's no leak. I think it just backed up, come down, come up. There was some toilet paper. Anyway, let me think about what I'm going to do here. Okay, guys, this pipe is full of sewage. See, that's what's been happening. It's been backing up. That's what it is. So we're going to go ahead and snake the drain. It isn't backing up now, but it's probably slow. We're going to snake it, and then I might cut the pipe here and then ream it, and then put a pipe in with a little cap and just get rid of all that, because this might smell a little bit too. All right, we're going to see what we're going to do. All right, guys, he's got that off. Use the Sawzall. Now we're going to ream this here, and then ABS a piece of pipe. We want to think about the next guy, because they might want to put this back one day. So we're going to put a piece of pipe in about that long with a cap, and then if they ever want it, they can cut it about right here, and they can add on a coupling or whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay, guys, we're going to ream this sucker out and put a little nub with that, man. Let me show you how much sewage was in here. Hey, show YouTube the sewage. Here's the pipe that we cut. We cut a piece off because we wanted to use it, but if you look, grab that for me. If you look here, right on this 90, you can see the sewage right there. So now watch, look inside, guys. Packed. Let me see if I can get that. Packed with sewage, guys. Packed with sewage. Let me get a little video. Hold on. There it is, guys. Packed. Alright, guys. We're going to ream this shit out. If any quits playing around over there. We're going to get that reamed out, buddy. If I had a PVC cap, I'd put it on there, but I don't have one. Don't go past the bell here. You know what I mean? Keep looking at it every so often. And try to back this up. You don't want to snap that. Yeah.
One more.
Yeah. See? Let me go a little more if you could. Let's see where you're at. We just got another work order. Go in just about half of that. Back that up a little bit.
That's it.
And go a little more. Right there. Usually I go flush with that, and it gets me. See how you leave that little rim? That's good. See how you got a little rim there? I like to leave just a little rim because that gives this support. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
That's how I leave always about 1/8 of an inch of that rim. Okay, let me get a picture. Put your tool back in there. All right, thank you, buddy. Okay, let's get yourself a piece of ABS, put it in, put the cap, and then we'll do a snake job. Okay, guys, he's gonna get this glued in. Put your bucket. I don't want this on the cement.
You don't want on cement.
The glue. Just, I meant, you know, if it drips when you put the. Same thing with ABS. Just a little turn. That's good. That's it. And that's good. Now wipe that slop off of it so it's nice and clean looking. All right, buddy. When you glue it in, glue it with the price tag down.
Yeah.
Let me get a picture of that. Thank you. And these are, when you ream these guys, these are always a little bit sloppy. Those reamers are not 100%. The tolerance on them are not 100%. So you got to goop it up, like give it like 2 or 3 times. You know, go here, go here, go here, go here, and build that glue up. Because once this has been reamed, it's got a little wiggle in it. Doesn't ever hurt anything. I've never had any problem with it because once the cement dries, it's rock hard, rock solid. But I do suggest going back and forth, just to build up that pipe. Because when you use those reamers, they're a little bit slop in there. Their tolerance isn't perfect. Now wipe that glue off. Just leave it. Look at that. Nice clean job, Vinny. Good job, son. Okay, let's clean our mess, sweep everything up. We'll take this cap off and we'll snake that bastard. Okay guys, we just got another work order, but we're not going to deal with it today. We're going to wait till next week. The way our work orders come is we have an app. It's a third-party app. And all the management companies use mostly the same apps, but even if they don't, whether they use a couple of the other ones, this one app that I have covers them all. So anything I get goes into this third-party app that me and Vinny have. Okay guys, we're not going to go in with the K400. We're going to go in with the Little General, simply because that's a 1/2 inch cable on there. It's really stiff inner core, and the bend is going to have to be about 4 inches past this wall. And I know when we go in there, yes, we have a drop head, so if we push the 1/2 inch in there and the drop head goes like that, we're still going to have to force it in really hard and make that bend. If there was no extension here and I had just a clean out, then I would use that 1/2 inch, but you don't need no 1/2 inch here. That's overkill. 3/8 general will do the trick. It'll go in, the drop head will go down, and then it won't be hard to flex that cable to get it to go. Yeah, like I said, if I knew there was some roots over there or something, then I'd get the K400 and go in right at the source, and I would be able to make that thing bend and go in, no problem at all. But trying to go from right here and then force that bend in a 1/2 inch cable, I just don't want to do it. So we'll put a 3/8 in with a drop head, and we'll clean this baby out. There's like 85 feet on that general, I think. Actually, it's 90, but I leave at least 5 feet in, so I don't lose the last 2 coils to keep the strength on it. I'm going to break that loose. And whenever you got an extension this far out, you should support it. Don't try to take that clean out without a little support there, you know? Until it gets loose. Then you can let go of it. He grabbed that because that was the closest thing. He knows you don't need that big, but it was the closest thing next to the snake, so he just grabbed it. You know, he knows you don't need that big thing on there, but and he didn't want to use channel locks because channel locks mar it up. It's in the garage. You want to keep it looking good. Yes, it's a clean out, but you don't want to put a bunch of channel locks on there and make it all scuffed up. You know, so.
Whoa.
What? Big hole?
Just hole.
Yeah, it's just a hole. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to get set up here. We put a drop head on there. That way he can go in there and make sure it makes the drop and goes down the right way here. All right, is it in forward? Yeah, she's in forward. Give your pedal a little thing, see if she's working. Okay, get that thing. Oh, sorry. Once you get your cable in there, no, you can wait till you get it in there, and then you can line it up. You know what I mean? You may need to get your body in there to see where it's going. You don't want the snake right up in your ass here. You know, just get it where you need it, and where you can look in there, and then you can bring it up. Make sure we're going down. As you pull, Vinny, as you pull that snake out, that drop head will turn. So you got to make sure that you got enough out where the drop head is going downward.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to go in there with the 1/2-inch cable, guys.
It's going down.
Okay, we'll go ahead and feed some in there. Okay, so get this thing where you feel comfortable, where it won't wrap up on you as easy. The closer you can get it, guys, the better it is.
Feed it in until I hit blockage? Or?
No, I would just go ahead. I don't think you're going to hit blockage. I think it's a slow drain, not a clog drain. So just get this where you feel comfortable and just let it whip around as you're feeding it. Clean the walls the best you can.
I feel like if I go too close, it's going to
Yeah, just go where you feel comfortable. You know. Just keep 2 hands on it, and that'll keep it from whipping up. You bend up these cables, man, they're expensive. Okay, hold on. Guys, I'm going to have the guy turn on the sink, and that way we get some water going through there. Hopefully it won't come back out on us. I'm going to take a minute here, guys, to get this guy to do that for us. All right, he's going to turn on the hot water for us, and go ahead, let it rip. I just left the bulb on there, guys. I didn't go down there with no spade bit because we don't have a blockage. We just have a slow drain, and so that bulb, and I'm not going down there with blades because there's no trees here. I know there's not going to be any roots. Nothing going on there with that. The main line goes out to this alley right here. So I'm just going in with a bulb. It's just going to, you know, break up any soft clogs, you know. Hey Vinny, let's shut that off and see if he's got the water on. I don't hear nothing. Now I hear something. Huh.
No.
Okay, maybe I'll tell him to flush the toilets a few times. Okay guys, he turned on the hot water, we can hear it. Can you guys hear it? Okay, give it hell, buddy. Tell him to turn on the hot. much cable you got left? I'd go in and maybe 2 more coils and we're done, because I'm sure we're at the middle of the alley by now. When you hit those rough spots, let it just sit there for a second and kind of work its way, and then give it a little more. Just let it work there for a second. I think we're good. Go get a rag. Yeah, you went through it. Good job. Let's go get a rag and wipe that puppy off as we bring her out. Okay, guys. When he was going in, he was be careful. He was trying to be careful of those threads. Usually, we have in my van, I have a little coupling that we screw into this. That way, we go through the coupling and we don't tear those threads up. But he was able to be careful when he was going in. But for some reason, as he's trying to retrieve it back, he keeps slapping the threads. So we're just pulling it out without the motor. So we don't strip the threads, but I'm gonna have to get him. I have like 1.5 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. I even have a 4-inch coupling that I can screw on there to protect the threads, and that way I can ream the shit out of it. But he hasn't got those on his truck yet, so I'm gonna get him some today or tomorrow. Every time I notice he needs something, I go right away and get it. That way I don't forget. Now what we do, guys, with this is there's a little hole on the bottom. You put the hole to the bottom. In fact, it's right here. I'm going to do it right now. It's almost there. Right there. I think it's almost this way, this way, this way. Right there. Yeah, I'll do it. Right there. Perfect. Then what we do is we put the hole to the top and we fill it full of WD-40, and then we run it for about 30 seconds. And that keeps that, I mean, that cable ain't too bad for 30 years, is it? I don't know what the lifespan is on cables. Like, should we be changing them every 10 years? I don't know, due to strength, but I hate to throw that cable away. That's like a $400 cable, I think, if you buy it from General, But, anyway. Yeah, that's good. Okay, go get your WD-40 and put the hole upward, about right there. And let's fill that with WD-40 and rotate it a little bit. And when you do that, spray those cables really good. Just don't shoot it in there. Spray the cables. Don't use the nozzle. Use the spray part. Yeah. Okay, guys, he's gonna dope up that cap and get that on. And Vinny, you don't need to wrench it on tight. If you got dope on it, you just bring it to where it wants to stop, and that should be good. That way we can go home and start enjoying the Easter weekend. And pretty soon this alley is going to get active, and you're going to have to move your truck. So put it in fast gear, son. He thinks I'm kidding.
Okay, I get it.
When he has to move his fucking van 2 or 3 times, then he'll learn. It's starting to get later in the day here. Still early, but people are starting to wake up, and they're gonna want they're gonna want to move their cars, and we're blocking everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
Just get it all covered.
Yep, put it on. Let's go.
All right.
Back it up a little bit. See if she's doing good. Yeah. Okay, put your wrench on it. Don't go jerking on it. Is this to where it wants to stop?
I don't want to make it hard for the next guy.
No, just give it a little twitch. Let's see. Yeah, remember that's a heavy.
That's good.
Okay, good enough. Okay, get your WD-40 and fan all that cable with it. And you can rotate the cable with the drum. No. Take your foot off the cable because you're going to be sticking your hand. There you go. Now, turn it with your hand.
Oh, you said drums.
No. Just turn the drum by hand. Yeah, just get the cable all the way around. That's all I do to it, guys, and it lasts forever. If I use WD-40, I put $4 for materials on this bill. I don't pay for that. Whatever he puts in there, $4 will cover it. Yeah, that's the way I do it right there. Let's keep going around it. Make sure you got every bit of it. Do a little bit on your, yeah. Just pull that out a little bit. Yeah, and on your bearing right there, put a little there. Keep that bearing. Yeah. There you go. A little bit right on this right there. That's it. Good enough. It'll run down. Okay, rotate it. I think you're good. Make sure that the hole's up. That way you don't lose your WD-40. You're good. Your hole's good. All right, looking good. All right, guys, we're gonna load this shit up, and we got a work order. Somebody's got a security door. She says that it was mounted really high, and all the critters are getting in there. So she wants us to see what we can do. We're not gonna do it today. We're just gonna stop by and look at it. But usually what I do is, let's just say there's a security door right on here, and the door's this far. Sometimes I put some cement screws that way, like in a pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3. Then I frame it with wood, and then I get hydraulic cement, and with one pour. In fact, I waste a lot because I always mix a lot to make sure that I don't have 2 pours. And I pour it in, one solid pour, kind of finish it off, let it set for 10 or 15 minutes, take the screws out, and done. And usually that security door will now have a curb that comes about this far out, about this high, whatever the height is here. And now the security door shuts, and it only has a gap like that. But, you know, security doors aren't made to be varmint proof. You know, they're made to keep people out, not lizards and bugs. But with that being said, we do have ways of dealing with that sometimes. And we can even put like a bottom sweep on it, so when it does go over our new cement, it has a little bit of a sweep on it to help it. But nothing's 100%. And yes, they sell those little kits, but they only make one kit at Home Depot made by, I forget the brand, and it doesn't fit every security door that's, you know, out there. So if you have like a Lowe's security door or a Home Depot security door, then you might be able to fit it. But some of these security doors are bought other places, and not every kit will buy. And then the bad part is you put the stupid kit on the bottom, and it doesn't even do anything. You still have a gap like that. And that's what they're worried about, is that little gap. This lady's complaining about lizards mostly. So we'll see. We're going to stop over there once she gets this shit loaded up. Alright guys, that's going to be it. We're all cleaned up here. Everything looks good. We'll see you when we get out of here. Okay guys, we're out of here. We're going to head over to this security door, not to do the work, but just to look at it. I'll try to get a little video on what we might be planning to do. Alright, we'll see you there. It's about 15 to 20 minutes away. It's on the way home though. Okay guys, this is the security door. I see what she's doing here to try to keep it out. But I think, open this gate up for me. I texted her and told her we'd be coming by. Let me just go. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so the door goes to about right there. I could put a curb. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to figure this out, guys. The only thing that could be done, guys, is block this in, pour cement all in this area, basically bring the threshold, the cement out to here, and then now you'll have just this with a little gap, and then maybe put a rubber strip on there so it drags. That would be about all that can be done, I guess. Okay guys, we left that security door and we're at Home Depot. We got a shower valve to put in tomorrow, Monday rather. It's a mowing. We're gonna be going through the back wall, so we don't want to do our shopping early Monday morning, so we're gonna get everything now. That way come Monday morning we can go straight to the job. And yeah, but also get some of those couplings with metal threads, so you can protect the threads on people's shit next time you snake. See, guys, what we needed was one of these. You screw that in to the clean out, and then you snake through this. That way you don't tear up the guy's threads. So you want to snake through the... A lot of guys will just rake that snake in it. Yeah, see, this way, when you snake, Vinny, you're not tearing up the guy's threads and the cap don't want to go on. Okay. Thread that in and then run your snake through that. You know what I mean? Get yourself one size of each. 1.5 inches, 2, 3, maybe. Anyway, he's going to get one size of each. That way he can thread that in, run his snake in there, and not worry about tearing up the clean out. 3 inch or no? No.
No, just
yeah.
So they don't have 2-inch caps.
Yeah, just get.
I'll keep a reducer.
Yeah, well, just.
So I can use that.
Okay, we gotta get everything for that shower valve for Monday.
After I do this.
Here's a 3-inch right here.
Oh no, I did that already. I was just doing cap.
Okay, so get a 2.
Clean out adapter.
No, but listen.
Yeah,
you got a 3.
I need 2-inch.
Yeah, you need 2-inch. So find a 2-inch, and we'll go from there. We need a 2-inch. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and find some of the shit, and then we're going to get what we need. Usually we solder the valve outside, put all the legs on it, all 4, and then we pro press inside. So that's just what we like doing. It works for us. So we solder the valve outside, and we put the 4 legs on it, and then we take it inside and we cut everything to fit, and we just pro press inside the wall to avoid the heat, the flames. It just works for us. I mean, we got it. Why won't we use it? And it's faster. I mean, you know, by the time you get everything all lubed up and put together and fitted, you know, with your flux and all that, pro press is so fast. So we're going to get a combination of pro press and solder fittings, and that should be it. Alright guys, he's got one of each size here. That way when he snakes, won't worry about the threads.